Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Profit Ada for one more learning video tutorial. And today we are going to check standard deviation. Okay, so like variance, standard deviation 2 measures the fluctuation in periodic returns of a portfolio in relation to its own average return. Okay, so mathematically standard deviation is equal to the square root of variance. Okay, so earlier I have done a video related to variance. Okay, so all you have to do is put a square root. Okay, standard deviation is a measure of total risk in an investment. As a measure of risk, it is relevant for both equity as well as derivatives. A high standard deviation indicates greater volatility in the returns and greater risk. Comparing the standard deviation of a scheme with that of the benchmark and a peer group funds gives the investor a perspective of the risk in the portfolio. Standard deviation along with the average return can be used to estimate the range of returns that the investment will be take. Since standard deviation is calculated using historic numbers, it has limited use in predicting future performance. The performance of a stock portfolio would keep fluctuating in line with changes in the valuation of security in its portfolio. The change in price of the growth option of a scheme captures the scheme's return as already discussed. The return can thus be calculated at different points of time, keeping the time period constant. The standard deviation of the periodic returns can be calculated using the formula that will be equals ST DEV, okay, which is standard deviation. So you can utilize the function in MX Excel, and you can say as begins with formula as equals and ST DEV, and with that in a parenthesis bracket give the range of cells. So if it is belongs to the A column, if has five numbers, just say A is to A5. Okay, so that is how the calculation will be there. Okay, so calculating standard deviation is a statistical measure of how much the portfolio return varies as compared to its own past standard. It is a measure of total risk in the portfolio. Higher the standard deviation, riskier the scheme is. The standard deviation has been calculated. So in a previous video which have been done, you can check. Okay, so over the calculation when we are doing based on monthly returns. Okay, so you can check with as of 52 weeks represent a year. Therefore, the standard deviation can be analyzed by multiplying the weekly number, okay, by the square root of 52. So whatever you got, just you have to get with the square root of 52. So you can utilize at least 52 weeks, okay, which gives an annualized portfolio returns. The annualized standard deviation would therefore be 0.65 into square root of 52, okay, which will be 4.70% rounded. Okay, so while working with monthly returns, the standard deviation would be multiplied by square root of 12. Okay, in the case of daily returns, it would be multiplied by square root of 252. Okay, because there are 252 trading days in a year. After keeping out the non-trading days such as Saturdays, Sundays, and some of the holidays. Okay. Okay, so right now we are into the same Excel file as we have been utilized during variance. Okay, so as you know, it's just a square root. Okay, so the calculation which you see, so if I just observe them orally, okay, if I just give it them as an ITC and Tata Steel, okay, the returns which we are getting as in common 5, 4, 5, 6. So this is normal. Now in case of Tata Steel, what happens when it is 5 is there and we suddenly be getting -5. So it is whatever we got the returns we already lost, and suddenly we are gaining the 10 as in 10 percentage returns. then coming with the 5%. So at least in this case we are getting this kind of returns. Okay, so usually the calculation will go as of this right now. So if you observe and try to see as the benchmark, you see that the fluctuations are more in this type of stocks rather than this. Okay, same the standard deviation and variance will do. It will show you where exactly the risk of measures, especially when you are doing okay, where the fluctuations are more, and if high the fluctuations are, the greater the risk will be there. Okay, so if I go with the normal, I think this is good for me. If I'm feeling this kind of fluctuations, means I have a greater risk. Okay, sometimes it is getting when I'm getting good returns, and then suddenly I'm getting with the minus. Okay, so this is how the things won't get normal. Okay, but this is normal. Okay, so this is the you can put the stocks or the returns. You can just say and you can calculate even the standard things which I just talked about. How you can visualize with 52 week and by the weeks, by the time. So this is how you need to go. So just putting the standard deviation is just we are normalizing it. Okay, so the formula is very much simple. Okay, so this is variance. I will just if I just put the equal and say yes, t d. So here if you see we got this. Okay, so it says standard deviation. Yes, t d e v. Okay, just put this stuff. Okay, and after you have to give the values. Say suppose what is the values 1 is 2, okay, 1 4. So these things will get selected, and if I just hit the enter, I will get the values. Okay, so do this is correct, 1 2 1 4. So this is the values which I am getting. Okay, so I just have to put yes t d. Okay, so the formula functions will get this way. Okay, you just put b1, okay, and b4. So and hit enter. Okay, and 0.8. Okay, so we are just normalizing it by just keeping a square root to the variance. Okay, so as we can see these values, so as we can see the 0.8 and 6 got differences, and this difference shows that ITC is good, but the Tata still is giving more fluctuations. Okay, and if you see this kind of a stocks, okay, when it is tend to be high fluctuation, the greater the risk will be there. So it is up to you whether you want to include this stuff or you want to avoid. Okay, so that's the reason you should avoid this commonly used risk measures. Okay, such as variance and standard deviation. Okay, so as standard deviation, name suggests a standard. Okay, so this the better you can go with it. And some other formulas is also there. A number of formulas are there. Whichever feel you better, you can go with these things. Now you just put those things. You just extract this portfolio and give it whatever the percentage return you got, and just put the formula, and you will get these things. Okay, so we are right now in our Python that is text editor, and we can see we are already have been got with our variance. Even I've been shown some of the plotting as well. So if you get with these things, I think this value will be helpful to get all of the plot values. Okay, so if I save that Excel file and I just can plot those things, so that will be helpful. So it's better to watch this previous video, so it will be helpful. Okay, so now what you have to do is just take it out this stuff, and we'll go with just standard deviation. So you just utilize import math. Okay, and even you can utilize this numpy as well, by which you can utilize. So you just need to know the calculation. If you know the calculation part, if you just utilize this straight away functions. Okay, so that will be better. If you don't know, just try with once more with calculating and getting step by step. Okay, and say suppose if you want to do some kind of a different kind of a calculation or setup, I think that following math model and doing each and everything, that will be better. So first you get the mean, then you square up by mean differences, and length of a divide by length of a data, and then square root. Okay, so I think that will be better. If you are going with the numpy, you just put the straight away np dot std, and in the data just put the data, whatever you get the data. So we just have to say variance. Now we are in pandas data frame, all we have to say std. Okay, so standard deviation, that's it. So it's a built-in functions. Okay, and if we put this calculation, and if we just run our python, we'll get those values. Let's see these values. Okay, so as you can see these values, if you refer to the excel, the same value we got. Okay, so there is no differences. So that's the reason it, this python and excel, as per the formula calculation, appreciates both. So just try to combine and power up, it will help you a lot. Okay, even I've been done videos related to getting with the module excel wings and csv file. Okay, so that is you need to check, and with the help of pandas data frame, it will help a lot. Save the data, and then you just plot these things, and even this pandas data table will help you a lot to plot the graph straight away without calling matplotlib, and even animate. Okay, so do check it out. Even I will give you link in the description, so go with it. And I put .csv, whatever the calculation is there, you can call from this as well, the standard deviation, and put in the csv file and call in this pandas table. It will be an excel geosheet, perfect. Okay, and you just plot graph each and everything, and even some of the calculations. Okay, so try to see what can be done. Okay, so I must say, see this stuff. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. If you have any doubt regarding this video, please do comment below. If you have any other queries or requirements, please do contact me direct by WhatsApp. Thank you.